And I believe that we will all eventually, and probably very much sooner than a lot of people understand or think, we will be all at a level playing field, because that's the only way it's fair.
Check this out. First off, who do you see at the bottom of this document right off the bat? MasterCard, logo, KPMG.
That's fair. So let's talk about this vision for 2030. You guys are building your fourth version. You have this Aave 2030 idea. What are you guys going for there? What's the big concept?
Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video banger. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up your seatbelts, because this year is going to be absolutely massive, especially for the DeFi ecosystem. Once the dust settles and this pullback ceases to exist and the market continues its upwards trajectory, which eventually it will, I'm going to prove to you guys that in today's video breakdown, they are creating a level playing field, and Donald Trump is 110% a part of that. And it has always, in my personal opinion, been DeFi. In President Trump's last term, he publicly mentioned this whole level playing field ideology.
As far as the currency devaluations, I've been complaining about that for a long time. And I believe that we will all eventually, and probably very much sooner than a lot of people understand or think, we will be all at a level playing field, because that's the only way it's fair. That's the only way that you can fairly compete in trade and other things.
And that they were building this out via the new financial infrastructure. There right now is a massive opportunity for retail investors in the digital asset ecosystem through DeFi, through the power of crypto, to access the same opportunities that the financial institutions have had access to for years. And the crazy part is that we are front running the banks. I'm going to show you in today's video breakdown that massive actors like Congress and the largest financial institutions on the face of this planet are actively involved or utilizing DeFi, and that we are in the process of moving all of traditional finance over to decentralized rails. It is going to take time. It is not some overnight get rich quick schematic, but that is why I've stressed the importance of learning and educating yourself about decentralized finance, how to get your digital assets working for you, real world asset tokenization, the access that you now have as a manual retail investor to be your own bank. So in today's video breakdown, I know that was a lengthy intro. We're going to be diving into fundamentals, video clips. This is not going to be your average normal video. This is going to be a deep dive. It is going to take a higher level of intellectual thinking to make it through this video. But what I'm going to share with you guys today is 110% physical proof, in my personal opinion, based off the research, that I'm going to show you that this is happening behind the scenes. So I said to you guys here, we're going to kick it off with this, and I'm going to show you guys who we're going to be listening to. But let's put some things into perspective here. DeFi puts the power of the banks in the hands of the people. DeFi was always the level playing field Trump talked about in his last term. DeFi is literally like handing you the keys to your own bank. It runs on transparent, self-executing blockchain code, smart contracts, instead of a middleman. That means lower fees, faster transactions, and no gatekeepers controlling your funds or your decisions. Anyone with an internet connection can lend, borrow, or earn interest worldwide instantly. It's financial freedom, putting power back where it belongs, with people. And again, I'm going to show you guys in today's video breakdown how this is all unfolding. Before we even get into that, let me share with you guys whom we're going to be listening to. We're going to be listening to individuals and representatives from some of the largest organizations, not only in the DeFi landscape, but also from some of the largest organizations. Aave, we're going to be listening to a representative from Aave, has established itself as one of the world's largest and most influential protocols in the DeFi ecosystem. And as of December 2024, Aave's net deposits, according to Perplexity, has reached over $34 billion, making it one of the leading DeFi protocols in terms of deposits and total value locked. Okay, so that is massive. We're also going to be listening to an individual representative from Carpet Key. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. In their DeFi treasury network, they have over $2 billion. Directly on their website, they mention that they are the world's largest asset manager in crypto and that they provide legal and regulatory services to support strategic initiatives. Okay. So again, regulated entities we are listening to here. They also mentioned that Carpet Keys has successfully executed over 10,000 DeFi transactions without a loss of funds. So they are extremely secure. We're going to be listening to individual representatives from the RBL or Rome Blockchain Labs. Rome Blockchain Labs, as according to their website, and is at the forefront of revolutionizing finance in the digital world through blockchain research and technology. They are committed to building a decentralized future defined by financial freedom, integrity, transparency, and collaboration. This is going to play an important role with what I'm about to show you. And these individual representatives from this organization have spoken with Congress. And I'm going to show you that in today's video breakdown about DeFi. They've spoken to Congress about DeFi. This video breakdown, I'm telling you guys, is going to show you a lot that these financial institutions are tapped in, that Congress and the United States of America and the individuals that are going to be running this nation are tapped in. Even if you're not in the United States, this is happening in every single major jurisdiction on the face of this planet right now. And if you're not tapped in, again, you're exposing yourself to the possibility of being left behind in this technological transformation. Okay. Now, just to show you guys, okay, Rome Blockchain Lab, since we're on this topic, and to show you guys how in bed they are responsible for solutions like Scepter, Benki, Kinetic, and Moonwell. Moonwell, literally just a couple of weeks ago on December 9th, released their Moonwell card. Okay. Look at the statement right there on the Moonwell card. You see that stamp. It says Visa. How many of you guys have a Visa card in your pocket right now? This is from December 9th, 2024. Imagine having the freedom to use your crypto as seamlessly as cash. With Moonwell card, this vision has become a reality. From buying your morning coffee to shopping online or paying your bills, Moonwell card transforms how you access and spend your crypto in everyday life. And the organization behind this is Rome Blockchain Labs. Are you guys picking up parts of the puzzle? Okay. This is only going to scale significantly, and user adoption is going to become more friendly as the interfaces continue to unfold and become more easily accessible to every average day retail investors. And I'm going to show you guys how the Trump administration is tapped into this. This is going to freaking blow your mind if you're still here. Okay. Let's go back a couple of steps. Let me show you guys that DeFi is growing exponentially. This is all updated information, by the way. Okay. All the video clips and panel discussions that I'm going to share with you guys today and all the fundamentals are from 2024. So within the last, depending on when you're watching this, the last couple of months to the last year. This is all fresh, okay? They are creating a new world financial system, and DeFi is going to play a major role in that. But there's going to be a transition period. But it's starting now. Decentralized exchange volume hits record highs of $462 billion in December. That is almost $500 billion, people, okay? December 30th, 2024, decentralized exchanges set a record high in December with monthly trading volume soaring to $462 billion, according to the decentralized finance data platform DeFi Llama. This is massive. In November, the DeFi space also saw a monthly volume of $374 billion, driven by anticipation of a more favorable regulatory regime in the United States following Donald Trump's victory in the US presidential election. Okay, that is going to play a massively important role in this video breakdown. This is an individual representative, if I'm not mistaken, a co-founder of Aave. And listen to what he says about how by 2030, this is going to play a massive role once we get to a document where in the document openly admits that JP Morgan was involved with this organization, Aave Labs. Okay, so listen to what Donnie says here about integrating traditional finance with DeFi by 2030.
Let's talk about this vision for 2030. You guys are building your fourth version. You have this Aave 2030 idea. What are you guys going for there? What's the big concept?
I mean, the main thing is that Aave is known always about the innovation. So we really want to build this technology and get it into mainstream. So we want all finance to exist on top of DeFi and specifically on top of Aave.
All of finance built on top of DeFi. Now, they said specifically Aave. I personally don't think that that's going to come into fruition, but it still goes to show the vision, the 2030 vision. This is not me making it up. This is not conspiracy. This is happening. They projected this on Masari Mainnet on stage. They openly tell you guys this. Okay. I'm telling you, the research hole that we're about to go down, if you're still here, I know we're 10 minutes in, this is going to get crazy. Keep in mind, he said, bringing all of finance on to DeFi. Okay, well, check this out. This is back from September 7, 2024. Donald Trump is now a DeFi enthusiast. Here's why it matters. As the 2024 US presidential election looms, Donald Trump's venture into crypto, something he once called a scam, testifies to the undeniable permanence of crypto as mainstream. Announcing World Liberty Financial, a new DeFi protocol, Trump is positioning himself at the intersection of cryptocurrency and politics. And then this fundamental piece here came out the same exact day, September 17, 2024. Donald Trump Jr. talked about how he sees DeFi as what our founding fathers intended for the country, as it brings back fairness to the financial system. Again, a level playing field. This is not me telling you that that's what they meant by a level playing field. They're the ones telling you this. Okay, this is not conspiracy. Eric Trump said on the session that DeFi needs to be easier to use for regular people, noting the extreme difficulties he encountered when looping on Ethereum and Aave, a decentralized lending platform. So he mentions that they utilized right here Aave, okay? And what did the individual representative from Aave, again, the mainstream is not going to put this together for you guys. Are you freaking seeing what I'm showing you right now? They used Aave. Trump, literally, right? Trump Jr. just said right here that they used Aave, okay? And what is the 2030 vision from Aave?
You have this Aave 2030 idea. What are you guys going for there? What's the big concept?
I mean, the main thing is that Aave is known always about the innovation. So we really want to build this technology and get it into mainstream. So we want all finance to exist on top of DeFi.
You cannot make this stuff up. What I'm showing you guys, the mainstream is never going to piece together for you guys. Okay. Then more recently, what did President Trump here say?
And instead of attacking industries of the future, we will embrace them, including making America the world capital for crypto and making America the world capital for crypto. And
do you all hear how massive that is? So now to full circle back to how I started off this video breakdown, before we got into showing you guys who the speakers that we're going to be listening to today, I said DeFi puts the power of the banks in the hands of the people. And they are the ones telling you guys this. Look, Donald Trump Jr. talked about how DeFi sees it as what our founding fathers intended for the country, as it brings back fairness to the financial system. Are you guys like
the currency devaluations? I've been complaining about that for a long time. And I believe that we will all eventually, and probably very much sooner than a lot of people understand or think, we will be all at a level playing field.
Oh my goodness gracious. This is probably one of the biggest video breakdowns that I think that I've ever made, because it physically shows, and this is not even, we're 10 minutes in. Okay, stick around for the entirety of this video breakdown. I'm going to continue to blow your guys' mind. All right. So now let me show you guys that individual representatives in the DeFi ecosystem from Rome Blockchain Labs. Okay, because here you can see this is a DeFi discussion with Alex Cizul, co-founder of Rome Blockchain Labs. This is from 11 months ago. So from this year, or I'm recording it on the 31st of December, 2024. Okay, you're probably going to be watching this in the new year. And this has 608 views, people. Nobody has heard this. Listen to what he says here. He openly confirms that during the FTX collapse, he was in a meeting talking about decentralized finance with Congress. This is from so to think about it, this is from 11 months ago, but the meeting that he had with Congress is from 2 years ago. They've known about this. Listen.
Could you please share a little bit about your background in government policy and DeFi lending?
Absolutely. So I'm one of the 3 co-founders of Roma Blockchain Labs, and we call RBL for short. We've been in the DeFi space since 2020 now, and we've focused on kind of 2 main areas of blockchain technology. The first one is on infrastructure, and then the second one is on application layer technology. We're most well known for launching a protocol on Avalanche called Banky. We support that protocol and the liquid staking there. We helped launch a protocol on Polkadot called Moonwell, which has recently moved over to Base, and now we're helping to launch the Kinetic platform here in Flare. Most of the work I do at Rome Blockchain Labs centers around business strategy. Is I work with and I help advise and organize our own companies and our partner companies in developing a robust business strategy around how they're going to expand their protocol or their blockchain network. And one aspect of that actually brought me into Washington, D.C., where I meet with staffers, representatives, senators to actually explain blockchain technology as a technologist is the term that's used, and then really help them get a grasp on just what it is that we're all building in this space and kind of how it connects into the financial area and other aspects of the economy.
Boom, right? He literally just confirmed that he's had meetings with Congress, and this is the individual representative from Rome Blockchain Labs, and you just heard him mention that they're the company organization behind Moonwell, right? Moonwell, whom I just showed you guys, built out a Visa card so that everyday average citizens can access everyday goods with cryptocurrency through the utilization of DeFi. And like, oh my goodness gracious, this stuff is crazy. okay? Because again, the mainstream is never going to put this information together for you guys. Now, I've mentioned that this is an equal opportunity for everybody on the face of this planet to earn yield on your dollars or your digital assets consistently every second of every single day, which is what these large financial institutions have had access to for years now through traditional investing. However, the level of income or the level of capital that one has to have to actually earn, a decent reward is very extensive. That is now all changed, where any individual with micro amounts of money, micro amounts of capital can start earning higher yields and grow their wealth. And that is through the utilization of DeFi. Check this out. Okay. This is from 1 month ago. This is an individual representative from Carpet Key. I already showed you guys who Carpet Key is. And at about 15 minutes and 42 seconds into this Masari video, which only has 128 views, you can see how they're talking about, look at this, how DeFi has the potential to become the first true global, open, and self-sovereign financial wholesale market. Do you freaking see that terminology right there? And what did Trump Jr. say here? Donald Trump talked about how he sees DeFi as what our founding fathers would have intended for this country as it brings back fairness to the financial system. Okay? Wow. This is massive. Massive, people. In this diagram, it literally shows a diagram of retail traders, retail investors having equal access to the same DeFi protocols and solutions that asset managers, foreign exchange, lending credits, treasury cash management organizations, trade finance organizations, insurance organizations all have access to. Equal access, level playing field. Look at this picture. Look at the bottom. Look at the terminology, DeFi. This is why we stress understanding decentralized finance, regardless if you're going to deploy in it or not. This is happening with or without you, okay? So many people in crypto are about to get left behind because they don't truly understand the value that their digital assets bring to the table. So many people are going to sell for fiat currency after this next bull market cycle, thinking that we're going to get some kind of epic pullback, but eventually not understanding that we are going to enter into a phase of utility where we are going to see so much capital after regulation flood in that there might be a portion of digital assets that don't act like the rest of the market and pull back. Okay. And again, that's speculative, and we'll get to that point at some odd, time in the future. But what you need to understand is that through the power of decentralized finance, you never have to sell back into the traditional system. You can keep your digital assets and earn passive rewards on them and generate income for the rest of your life. And these financial institutions are 100% doing that. And I'm going to show you guys that. Okay. So just listen to what this gentleman says here. It's going to take a little bit of time, but it's very important and very informational.
I like to think about DeFi, and I know it's still early days, but I really see DeFi as, or at least having the potential to become the first true global, open, and self-sovereign, so financial wholesale market, right? It is the first time that we're enabling these types of use cases in ways that can actually surpass the Web2 experience, right? The neobank experience is the first time that I see, capital efficiency at the point where, I'm able to basically abstract it from these complexities, and I'm actually using a crypto bank as I would use a neobank with further functionality. So that's what I mean by this, right? I mean, being the first time that retail can have access to the same markets that, the financial institutions have, and that'll have potentially massive improvements in terms of the financial products that we might create in the future.
So you guys heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Equal access to the financial system that all of these corporate services have had access to for years now. And that is happening for the first time ever. Now, heading over here, okay, Ava Labs, Salim Kender, head of Turkish business development. Listen to what he says about kind of a similar ideology, how it just gives equal access and more opportunities that have otherwise been relatively siloed to the every average day retail investor in previous years. That is all changing now for the first time ever. This is from Istanbul Blockchain Week 2024. This video only has 497 views. Take a second and listen.
So any kind of asset that is closed to retail investor. So, I don't know, $10 million Picasso, it's there's only a limited number of people who can buy that, right? But 500 of us come together, we can collectively buy a portion of it and enjoy the yields that when artwork gets appreciated, we can, and it's also going to be very liquid thanks to technology. Probably trade on DEXs and centralized exchanges as well, probably. So it's going to be exciting. It's really seems like endless possibilities that will open up to the general consumer to invest in, whereas now it's only kind of under the auspices of a select group of high net worth or ultra high net worth individuals.
Do you guys hear what the heck they're talking about? He literally just said openly on stage that if we all come together, 500 people come together, and we all want to put in a money for some Picasso painting that costs millions of dollars, we don't have millions of dollars, through decentralized finance and real world asset tokenization, we can do this now. Again, it puts the power of the financial system back in the hands of the people and not these centralized intermediaries that have had control for years now, as he said, right? It gives access to financial opportunities that retail investors would have otherwise been cut off to, compared to high net worth or ultra high net worth individuals. Like, this isn't CYPRX making this stuff up. This is real world information that is being subdued. That is not, man, this is stressful, because it's crazy to me that more people don't know about this. And it's harder conveying to individuals to wake up that this is the stuff that people should be paying attention to, because people think you're trying to promote something or draw them into a scam. No, this is what I'm showing you guys here are people with valid credentials, as I showed you guys, right? This organization, Carpet Keys, okay, this gentleman right here from Carpet Keys, literally showing you a freaking diagram, a walkthrough diagram, so anybody of any sort of education or background can understand this picture. DeFi has the potential to become the first true global open and self-sovereign financial wholesale market, coming from Carpet Keys. Carpet Keys, I showed you guys, works with regulated entities, legal and regulatory services to support strategic initiatives. Boom, right there on their website. We're the world's largest asset manager in crypto, again, according to their website, with over $2 billion in DeFi treasuries. Okay. Like, you cannot make this stuff up. Now, let me go even further. Remember, Aave. Okay, let's go back to that, because we kind of distance ourselves from that. This individual representative from Aave mentioned bringing all the finance onto DeFi by 2030. Now, let me really freaking blow your mind. Check this document out. Shout out to the CYPRX researchers. If you do not follow the CYPRX research team on X, go do so now. They finally surpassed 1,000 followers. They are constantly putting out good, valuable information that goes relatively unnoticed by the mainstream. All documents, from the world's largest organizations, non-biased, non-opinionated research. Go give them a follow. Shout out to them for this document. This document is insane. Okay, because it confirms that large organizations have utilized DeFi. Check this out. First off, who do you see at the bottom of this document right off the bat? MasterCard, logo, KPMG. Title, Digital Assets in Central Asia and the Caucasus, November 2024. So again, relatively updated information. It's the first month of 2025, so we got no 2025 information. This is the most recent and fresh stuff. We're just going to scroll down here and read a couple of things. We're not going to go in, digest the whole document. That would crush this video length. Okay, so I do have a couple of other highlights that I'm not going to go over. Let's stick to DeFi. Check this out. Okay, look at this. This document confirms that financial institutions are involved in DeFi. During the crypto winter, many CeFi companies went bankrupt, while DeFi platforms endured the stress test with billions of dollars liquidated but remaining resilient. This again shows that security and the resilience of the DeFi ecosystem is there. Transparency, a real-time monitoring of on-chain transactions enabled everyone to correctly evaluate risk, unlike CeFi, okay? Centralized finance. Banks made pilot transactions on DeFi. Look at this. Societe Generale took a loan from MakerDAO, and it says here, JP Morgan and DBS executed Aave-based smart contracts. Do you freaking see that, right? And what did the individual representative from Aave say? That they are attempting to move everything traditional finance on the DeFi rails by 2030. Okay? You cannot make this stuff up. Players are developing on and off-ramp capabilities, fiat to digital assets, and vice versa for centralized and decentralized finance DeFi platforms. Look at the organizations: Standard Chartered, BBVA, Commonwealth Bank, DBS, right? Some of the largest in the game. If we scroll right down here, it says, given the volatile nature of digital assets, banks and fintechs have limited solutions for crypto staking being the more common feature offered. Crypto staking, i.e. earning passive rewards by securing the blockchain through staking. Again, look at some of the world's largest organizations, Metropolitan Commercial Bank, offering these solutions. It says right here, according to this document, okay? This is physical proof that some of the world's largest organizations are involved heavily in this industry. Even here, MasterCard, what does it say? We are in a time of significant change in finance driven by blockchain and cryptocurrency technologies. The global digital asset market is steadily growing, including in Central Asia. MasterCard solutions such as crypto cards and multi-token network platforms connect traditional finance with cryptocurrencies, ensuring secure and compliant transactions. These innovations create new opportunities for users and businesses. Okay, that's coming from MasterCard, not from CYPRX. So again, the reason why I made this video breakdown now that we're towards the end of the video is to show you guys that not only should you be heavily involved in educating yourself about decentralized finance, but you should also encourage your friends, encourage your family members to wake up, share this video breakdown with them so that they can see that it's not just random people telling you guys this stuff. The mainstream, your Netflix, your Disney, your Hulu Plus, even your average YouTube feed is never going to show you what I just showed you guys. This is real research. This is happening, and it's only going to continue to progress. And the digital gap, the digital divide, people's education is going to further separate from reality, because I don't want to get too conspiratorial, but it is my firm belief, again, my personal belief, that there is a massive attempt to distract the every average day retail individual from participating because they know how massive this is going to be. And they tell you this stuff in advance. Okay. Many blessings to you guys. I know that that was a little bit of an intense one, but it's the end of the year and there's so much juicy information rolling through my brain to show you guys physical proof that this is happening. And I hope that this video did the due diligence to show you that. Okay. Without any hopium and hype, this is all proof backed in evidence that you guys can go and do research yourselves. However, if you don't have the time to do that, that is why we created the CYPRX platform. That's why we created the CYPRX YouTube, to show you guys this information behind the scenes, touching on stuff that the mainstream is never going to bring to your attention. So if you enjoyed this video breakdown, if it was easily digestible to work through this information with me, we'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the platform and smash that thumbs up button. It really does help boost the algorithm. As always, many blessings to you guys. May 2025 bring you guys many blessings, many, many blessings. I know I say that a lot, but I truly, truly mean it. We are blessed. And if you take a step back and you look at your life from a zoomed out perspective, you can find those blessings hidden in disguise. As always, be cognizant, be aware out there. If you guys want to tap into CYPRX and the private options that we have to further your knowledge and your education, head over to CYPRXtrading.com. We'd love to have you on the team. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown.
And we will be on that field.